The Ash family's anticipation for the Righteous Among Nations ceremony is only matched by the gratitude they have to the DeBeck family for allowing generations to prosper. For VCU Insight, I'm Chris McKeever.
That we would be taken seriously, and they just had enough autonomy, they just had enough privilege to send a letter to us that just crushed us.
That's how Kadai said she felt after receiving a letter from local nightclub Godfrey's. It was in response to an original letter of complaint where the club was asked to make some changes to be more inclusive. Members of Godfrey's say the original letter of complaint took them by surprise.
We're extremely sympathetic to those groups, but this being, here's a list of our demands, and if they're not met, here's what's going to happen. It was not a good introduction.
In their response, the club calls the original letter divisive and states the VCU organizations could have approached the situation differently.
Those groups could have come to us into this bar and sat down like you and I are doing right now, had a conversation and tried to figure out how to be better.
The letter prompted a town hall meeting so both parties could sit together and discuss the matter.
Everyone's been nagging us about sitting down and having a conversation, so this is it. We're asking to not be assaulted, we're asking to have respect, we're asking to be able to go to bathrooms we want to go to, we're asking for human decency and not receiving it, and I just want to have a conversation about why they're so averse to even hearing us out.
An issue that is a recurring theme in this conflict is the club's bathroom policy. Many customers have said that Godfrey's is not inclusive, saying that their bathroom policy is too gendered, and it leaves trans and gender non-conforming people little room to be comfortable. But Godfrey says they are open to criticism. They've even already made changes to their bathroom signs.
Those have been changed immediately. We do realize gender-neutral bathrooms are a big thing now. We're trying to be inclusive because we're not trying to not be better. We are looking to get better and things like that.
The film Black Panther has earned over $1 billion worldwide after just 5 weeks in theaters. Its success has inspired many to take an interest in comics. VCU Insight's Chris McKeever has more. The superhero film Black Panther is taking the world by storm. Along with a predominantly black cast, the film has also broken several records, according to Forbes, including biggest solo superhero launch of all time and biggest grossing North American movie directed by a black filmmaker.
I think it's interesting because it's getting people hyped up in a way about comics that I haven't really seen before.
The positive response that the film has received has helped create an interest in comic arts, which is common for superhero films.
One of the things that started interesting me in printed comic books was the movies.
Josue says his interest was kept alive by the amount of representation and diversity that he saw in the world of comics.
There's been a lot of push for representation in comic books for a long time, but I feel like it's becoming to a point where people are wanting to be represented correctly and legitimately.
With the vast amount of comics in existence, the special collections at Virginia Commonwealth University's Cabell Library holds many.
It's one of the most diverse and largest collections on the East Coast, so we're really lucky to have it.
The special collection started taking donations of comic arts in 1970, and today it holds approximately 175,000 items, 125,000 being comic books. The collection also features comic journals, manga, illustrations, prints, and countless other items. For VCU Insight, I'm Chris McKeever.
The Special Collections at Cabell Library offers research consultations and class visits. Find out more on their website, library.vcu.edu.
The Righteous Among Nations ceremony awards those who helped Jewish families survive the Holocaust. VCU Insight's Chris McKeever sits down with two people that are products of one family's bravery.
I guess the bottom line is thank them for risking their lives, yes, possibly to save our lives.
He's talking about Michel Dubec, a man that is being honored the second week of July at the Righteous Among Nations ceremony. It's a ceremony dedicated to awarding non-Jewish citizens that helped save Jewish people from persecution during the Holocaust. Steve's parents and siblings were among those that were rescued during the war, and they were hidden from the Gestapo under the stairs of the Dubec's home.
By saving my mother and father and my sister and brother, I was born, my other sister was born, and we all have families now. And from those families will be more families, and our name will go on.
Steve's son Wyatt was also invited to attend. He says that he owes the Dubecs his life.
It would be really cool to be able to go there and to meet the person that's responsible for the fact that I exist and the fact that the majority of my family was able to survive through the Holocaust.
It sends a message that it's important to do the right thing. The Hebrew Talmud, it says, if you save a life, you save the world. And the Dubek family that hid my parents during that period of time indeed did that.
The Ash family's anticipation for the Righteous Among Nations ceremony is only matched by the gratitude they have to the Dubek family for allowing generations to prosper. For VCU Insight, I'm Chris McKeever.
Those chosen for recognition receive a medal and certificate of honor, and their names are put on the Mount of Remembrance in Jerusalem.